Hi, hello, hello. We're reading a new chapter of One Piece. I am behind on everything else, especially anime, but we're going to make time in my busy schedule for One Piece for sure, because it is just so friggin' crazy right now. We are moving into the final saga. It's not just, the final saga is the next saga, and once Wano is done, that's what we're going to do. But Wano's done, and the ship is sailing onwards, and we are getting into the actual final saga of One Piece. It's crazy. My mind, man, I don't know. Okay, so here we have, this is pretty cool, a reader request for a color spread. We've never seen this before. They've asked Oda to redo. This was a spread that was used, as a coloring page, so it just had line art as a way for kids to color it, or people of any age. But how about a version that has the whole crew in it? And here they are, including Jinbei. Will there be any more crewmates? I don't know. I kind of doubt it, actually, at this point. Because Jinbei's kind of been in the crew since, like, Fishman Island. I meant to turn the TV off. Even at the end of Impel Down, that was the first, alliance with Jinbei. And that was over half the series ago now, Impel Down. So it's like, I don't know, it seems kind of weird to just introduce and have someone join at this stage. At the same time, I do want Yamada to join. Or Yamato. Yamato should join. Yamato needs to join. I'm so compelled by this assertion. Okay. Let's start reading the actual chapter. This one is called Luffy's Dream. Okay, very interesting. They're still reacting to the news. The fake news, maybe, that Sabo killed King Cobra, Vivi's dad. Luffy and Robin, the only people that actually know Sabo, claiming no way, no way. The kings are not the enemy, it's the celestial dragons, the world nobles. Assassinated King Cobra of Alabasta, perhaps kidnapped Vivi. To me, we know that the world nobles, Emu, or whatever their name is, were staring down Vivi as a target, probably something to do with ancient weapons, we don't know. So I feel like this is just total, what's the word where you convince people that somebody else committed a crime that you did? Framing. It's a frame job. What the heck? Why couldn't I think of the word frame? It's bizarre. I've been playing frame.wtf every day. So yeah, I think that's the simplest solution, and there's no reason to think that it would be anything more complicated than that. This is just kind of showing off their ability to abuse common perception through the media. Let's go to Alabasta right now. Doesn't make any sense. Oh, let's go to Marie-Joie. Maybe. They have Caribou in the bucket again, who's kind of like a crewmate, has been stuck in that bucket for so long. Ever since Return to Sabaody, ever since the time skip. Alright. Everybody's stressed out, especially those who have been around since Alabasta. Really having some personal connection with these folks. Nami twirling in distress. This is kind of interesting because it's not too often that we get, it's pretty common that we get some conflict in, okay, what should we do as a crew? Like, where are we actually going to sail? But here, we've had conflicts like that before, but here it's kind of like, what are we even trying to accomplish? Like, what is even our goal here? We have no idea where Vivi is. King Cobra's already dead. Are we just really going to go to Marie-Joie and start running around trying to find people when that has the highest concentration of our enemies of anywhere on Earth? Reverie was quite a turbulent one. Oh yeah, other people have met Sabo, but haven't spent time with him like Robin and Luffy has. Ace has his own adventures. Though he's in undeniable danger, you let Ace live his own life. True. This was another point at which they could have maybe had some conflict about what to do next when Luffy saw the Weaver card kind of burning up. And ultimately, of course, he tried to save Ace, but he didn't even, have his crew at that point. That wasn't even like a crew decision. That was just Luffy running off on his own. Vivi has had her own adventures too. She's very capable in her own ways of staying alive. Maybe we can figure it out for herself. She's a strong woman. When it's time to act, we'll fight whoever we have to. Nothing to be done, just put up with it. Okay. So we're not Green Kaido, Green Ma. And he only tells Sanji to shut up. Sanji just hits him with the same insult as always. Okay, so they're not going to Marijois to try to rescue Vivi because they've agreed that that's kind of stupid. But where are they going? Where are they going? They picked a log post direction. They kind of got tricked by Law. Law has the most direct path onwards along the Grand Line in the New World. 7 warlords dissolved. Formation of the Cross Guild. Luffy outraged that Buggy is on the same tier as him. Come on. Dude's got powerful allies. It's not just about the strength of the pirate, it's about the strength of the whole crew. It's funny that Luffy even gets outraged about that. Like, Buggy's kind of like his bro. More names in connection with T here. Do you want to know? Okay, he doesn't care. We have already learned all this stuff. We've had enough news for now. It's almost like a meta comment that these last few chapters have just been non-stop, like, brain busters from all over the world, from every single plot thread with every single character. And Luffy's just like, man, this is a lot. he's learned like 1% of it, and he's like, meh. I've had enough. I swore an oath to him and Ace, just the 3 of us. Okay, so this was, I don't know, it was like almost a mysterious scene, but not really in other ways, where the 3 of them all make their oaths, and everyone is shocked by what Luffy says, and you don't hear what Luffy says. And I think I just assumed, he says, I want to be the king of pirates, or I want to be like the freest man in the world, or I don't know. But the fact that they didn't show us that is kind of weird. When we've seen him say straight up on panel several times, I'm going to be the king of pirates. He says that a million times. I'm going to fund the One Piece. He said before, the king of pirates means that you're the freest person on the planet. That's very important to him. But what is it? And also this is kind of a beautiful moment, right? Because he swore this oath with just the 3 brothers, one of whom is tragically dead. The other one, who the heck knows what's going on with Sabo. But what? Now he's sharing that same oath with his crew? Whoa! Whoa, okay. So once again, we don't get to hear it. But everyone is shocked. Even this group of people are shocked. You know that's not possible. Maybe it is once I'm the king of pirates. Thinks of something like that. Can't happen. And they all laughed at him. Okay, so it's something even more outrageous. I'm going to tear down the red line so that all... and destroy the Grand Line somehow so that all nations of the world can visit each other freely without any sort of impediments or something. Maybe? Maybe it is. Once I'm the king of the pirate. What? That's all at the end of my dream. What is it? What is it? It's something... So what can we infer from this? It's not, I want to be the freest man in the world. It's not, I want to be the king of pirates. It's not, I want to find the One Piece or whatever. It's something more elaborate, more specific, that makes people laugh. And of course, reacting with laughter is like very, very important in One Piece. It certainly has some ties to Joy Boy. It has ties to Roger getting to Raftel and seeing the true history of the world and laughing. What is it that he's picturing? And then the fact that he's like, did I not tell you guys this? Can't be serious about that. Robin is sort of shocked. Robin maybe knows. I don't know. When will we find out? When will we find out? When he's Pirate King? Will we think back to this scene? I think it must have something to do with like really reshaping the world on like a physical fundamental level. I'm going to make all seas flow into one. But then Sanji, I feel like with his dreams of the all blue, which, you know, similarly doesn't seem like it ought to be possible, would maybe be a little more sympathetic in this case, or mention that or something. I don't know. But of course they want to keep it mysterious. If Sanji went, hey, isn't that kind of like making the all blue? It would, you know, that'd be too obvious. What could this mean? What could this mean? What could this mean? What else could it be? I want to destroy all systems of power so that no one has power over anyone else. That's like so idealized and so kind of in line with stuff they're already doing. I don't think people would be like laughing and stuff. They'd just be like, oh, that's beautiful. Or like, oh, no, yeah, that would be nice. They wouldn't be so confused and shocked. It can't happen. Huh. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on. We can't possibly definitively guess. What? What does he want? It's not going to be something like, I want all species to live together in harmony. Because that was already Big Mom's dream. And they kind of talked about how I was like, nice try. I want people to live forever. I want to eradicate all death and disease. I don't know. Okay. Gotta take it seriously. It's like the captain I've saddled myself with. What a great dream. Does sound like you. Chopper is the most moved. Which makes me think maybe it does have something to do with aging, death, disease, something like that. Something very, very grand. But something, like, it's not just something silly either, because, like, Usopp, who gets, like, freaked out, he's like, that's not possible. That's not possible. It's much more something that Luffy's gonna, like, try to do with his power once he's the king of pirates. Definitely impossible without at least being the king of pirates. One poneglyph to find, then we can get to Laugh Tale. Last poneglyph. No one's been able to find for a very long time. Absolutely no clues as to its whereabouts. So yeah, they don't have any idea where they're going. They're just sailing forward to the next island. Just as they used to before they realized that getting to the end of the Grand Line isn't exactly what you need to do. That it's a lot more complicated than that. The only clue we have is look for the man with the burned scar, which was mentioned offhand by Kid. And then they were like, wow, you don't even know that? Hee hee. Which I guess is like the only clue maybe that exists for this road poneglyph. And I think I almost had like, I don't know, I had like a dream about that or something, or I was like reading something else, and I was just kind of like out of it. Because like I remember thinking things like, is that a burned scar? Just seeing like other characters and stuff. But in context that like didn't make any sense. It's kind of like haunting me. Because I feel like it's going to be a revelation that that's a character we already have seen or something. Like maybe it's Sabo. Sabo does have that big scar. Is it a burned scar? I don't know. I can't remember where he got it. I assumed he got it, you know, during his flashback when his boat exploded and stuff, and they thought he was dead. Message from Flame Emperor Sabo. They're coming back to Queendom. Okay. The New World Navy HQ. Ooh. Okay. The 8 countries that revolted the other day, the perfect place for Sabo to be hiding. There's Emu, or whatever their name is, in some subterranean garden. We're seeing the 5 elders. This is crazy. Unlucky man. No, it is simply destiny. Wasn't the one who assassinated King Cobra. Alright, that makes sense. It's a simple frame job. Doesn't need to be anything more than that. but it, you know, it gets the people going. It's provocative. Saw something terrible. What was it? Some massive object is hovering just overhead. Okay, so this is where Sabo is. Ooh. Ooh, boy. Ooh, boy. Okay. Something bad's gonna happen. Something really bad. Something really bad's gonna happen. So, yeah, we saw this emu person go and sit on that empty throne, and then all the elder stars that are supposed to be kind of like the council that runs the world in absence of a singular figure bowed down to it, and hee hee. There's a lot of speculation. Oh, it's like a woman, and it's a little joke because, oh, there is no king, but there's a queen. But I don't think that works so much in Japanese because I'm pretty sure "o," the Japanese word for king, is gender neutral. I'm pretty sure. This is bad though. Emu in her weird. I'm gonna say her. I don't know. I still gotta think it's plausible. Just the way that Oda drew the character too, in her weird whims, just casually Xing off this island from the map. I feel like this island is gonna get nuked beyond recognition. Some massive object is hovering just overhead. Did not detect anything. Did not intercept anything. Kingdom of Lucia, that country never existed in the first place. Okay. I think we've seen Pluton, the other ancient weapon. we know Poseidon, and we know, oh my god, no, this is Uranus. Pluton is the battleship. This is Uranus. Which makes sense, because Uranus is like the god of the sky, right? And Poseidon is the god of the sea, so sea kings makes sense. And then Pluton is the god of the underworld, so it makes sense that it's buried underneath Wano right now. And it can be built up with the materials of the earth. But this thing flies, which is imba. Maybe there's so many mysterious things in the series that have to do with the sky, right? There's all the different like tribes of people in the sky. There's the very existence of sky islands is like mythological for most of the people in the world. There's the extinct races like the Lunarians and stuff. There's the moon. So it makes sense that some component of like Endgame One Piece, one of these ancient weapons which stands atop the entire power hierarchy, even above the strongestest people, has something to do with the sky. So I think, yeah, this must be Uranus. That might be it for Sabo. That country never existed in the first place. Sabo, you knew you were in trouble. Why didn't you reorder your words a little bit? and just get to what you're getting to. Actually has... Ooh, I'm sure they can figure it out from that. Oh, man. Okay. Spooky, scary. Okay, meanwhile, this is very traditional. On the way from island to island, we get a lot of fun little shots of the ship in total chaos. And I like how they've both amplified these in terms of what they're dealing with, just gets crazier and crazier. But at the same time, the ship has just become so much more and more competent that it becomes less of a big deal. Like when they first got to the Grand Line, there would be like almost whole chapters devoted to like, how the frig do we sail? How do we navigate? How are we staying alive? Whatever. But now it's like they're dealing with so much worse than that, but they're just like in perfect sync. They're dealing with it. Strong winter island. Choppers and Wano mode. I'm sure they all got a nice wardrobe from Wano so they can weeb out whenever they want. An enormous warm eddy. Looks like an afro. Okay, this is insane indeed. I'm not scared for them yet. The Nami Jinbei combo seems to be super, super strong. His judgment and physical prowess and knowledge of just sea navigation combined with Nami's arcane knowledge and insanely intelligent foresight and how different things will combine. Someone's inside the water. Oh, this is just classic start of a new arc stuff, you know? We get like some bizarre natural phenomenon. We get something really imposing and scary. And then in the middle of that, you get something just weird and like, you're kind of like, okay, there's some dude in the water. Some mermaid? I can hear a lady's screams. Okay, so Zoro cuts through it. No, Chopper, don't get blown away! Woman had Chopper Iman is on the sea. No! So totally inappropriate. Okay, so Chopper goes flying. Oh, snap! It's our girl, Jewelry Bonnie! The glutton. Her bounty's gone up quite a bit. I don't know what she's been up to. Last time we saw her, she was running around Marijois, right? And she always seems to know way more than everybody else. She may be immortal, for all we know. She may be extremely, extremely old and constantly resetting herself with the fruit. Maybe this has something to do with the little girl pacifistas, too? Because they really, really want to research Bonnie, because her fruit seems imba. They, just like, you know, Kuma, targeted as someone who has a useful fruit to, like, mass produce. And maybe that's why the pacifistas we saw were, like, little versions of Hancock and stuff like that. I don't know. Maybe there's no connection, but I feel like there's maybe some connection that we're seeing these things, like, back to back. Okay. And yeah, it seems like she just knows a lot about nobles and stuff. Blackbeard kidnapped her and was holding her ransom in exchange for a battleship. So obviously he knew that she's, for whatever reason, very deeply desired by the Marines. Yeah, okay. Let's look forward to the next chapter. We're just kicking shit off. I think we're through now the insane transition period between arcs where a bajillion things happen and we learn a ton and we set up all these little plot threads that may not pay off for years, which is almost always the most thrilling part of One Piece. But I'm just also so excited to sink my teeth into a new island, a new arc, a bunch of new characters probably, a new problem, some mysteries that we know are going to get paid off soon. Like, just getting back into that mode. Because it's been so long. Since the start of Wano, it has been so long since we've had this like totally fresh adventure coming to us. So I'm really excited for that. Okay, bye-bye for now.